There are visions in Scripture that feel like stepping into another world, scenes so detailed, so measured, so overwhelming that they refuse to be reduced to metaphor. Ezekiel's final vision is one of them, a temple rising from the dust of a transformed land, vast and precise, waiting for its appointed hour. Ezekiel is carried, in the visions of God, to a high mountain, and there he sees a man with a measuring rod. Not a symbol, not a parable, a builder, a surveyor, a messenger of exact dimensions. And the prophet is told to look, listen, and set his heart on everything shown. For centuries, people have tried to spiritualize this temple, to make it a picture of the church, a symbol of worship, a poetic image of God's presence. But symbols do not need blueprints. Metaphors do not require wall thickness. Visions of the heart do not include kitchens for boiling sacrifices. Because what Ezekiel saw was not an idea. It was a structure, a house with gates, courts, chambers, altars, priests, singers, and a prince. The place where real people perform real tasks in real space. A temple so large it cannot fit on today's Temple Mount, requiring the very topographical changes Zechariah says will come when the Lord returns. And the details are relentless. Cubits, steps, thresholds, inner courts, outer courts, priestly chambers, land allotments stretching across Israel. This is not the language of poetry. This is the language of construction, the language of a kingdom restored, the language of a king returning to dwell among his people. Then the moment comes, the moment that shatters all attempts to spiritualize the vision. The glory of the God of Israel enters the temple from the east. The sound is like many waters. The earth shines with his brightness. And the voice declares, "This is the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet." Symbolic temples do not receive literal glory. This is the millennial house of the King, the place where Christ reigns from Jerusalem, the center of worship for the nations, the memorial of the cross in a restored kingdom, the physical reminder that God keeps every covenant he ever made with Israel, not in shadow, but in reality. And this is why the vision matters now, because it anchors us in the future God promised. It reminds us that his kingdom is not abstract. His reign is not symbolic. His promises are not metaphors. The king is coming to rule the earth, and he has already shown us the blueprint of his throne room. Ezekiel's temple is not a dream. It is destiny. A house built on a mountain raised by the hand of God, filled with the glory of the Lord, standing as the center of a world finally at peace under the reign of Christ. This is John with cinematic kingdom narration, equipping believers with clarity, discernment, and biblical authority for the days ahead. If this brought understanding, subscribe, share, and stay connected. End-time discernment, biblical truth, prophetic clarity. Stand firm. Walk in truth. Christ is King.